How's it going, Zebra Sexuals? It's Zebra here, bringing you a Wi-Fi battle. This is a Black 2 match. It's going to be an OU match. I was mainly bringing back my dual-screen Espeon, and I wanted to try out a bunch of pokes. I have not yet got to use Landorus or Thundurus Therion form, so I decided why not use both of them. I think I'm running Scarf Landorus and Choice Specs Thundurus just because I figured, you know what, why not? I do have the dual screen, and I have Black Kyurem. I do like Black Kyurem a little bit. I figured, might try that. And Swords Dance Terrakion with dual screen and Espeon and Jellicent, just standard Jellicent there to take hits. This match is going to be against SMP. And it's going to be an OU match, and he's bringing he's pretty much bringing, Saiyan team or whatever. As for leads on his team, I think he might have wanted to lead off with T-Tar or, T-Tar or Rotom, either way. Just figured to lead off with Landorus since I do have the U-turn, and I do have the Earthquake if I want to hit the Tyranitar also, but I figured U-turn is probably the best thing to go for, and I'm thinking maybe this thing wants to go for like a Will-O-Wisp, maybe if it's a lead set. I figured just go into Espeon just to take whatever. If he goes for Thunder Wave, predicting my U-turn, I can bounce that back at him. But he just goes for the Pain Split, which is a lot better than a Volt Switch or taking a Hydro Pump to the face. Excuse me, but I'm just going to take this chance to set up my light screen because I know he's either going to Volt Switch out or try and hit me with something, and I figured I can take that with the light screen just because, that's what I do with my screens. He brings in Terrakion, and I'm like, okay, he brings in Terrakion. Maybe he's bluffing the Scarf just to try and scare me out, and I was like, maybe I could just, set up a Reflect and, call his bluff, but stupid old me, bird brain me, just decided to just sack Espeon, which is terrible, which kind of cripples what this team does because, most of these pokes are pretty much set up, I guess, but I go for the Swords Dance knowing that he's scarfed and locked in on X-Scissor, and this is a free chance to set up Swords Dance and hit something on his team with a really hard attack. So I go for the Stone Edge on the Gliscor. Physically defensive Gliscor is a beast. I think Stone Edge is neutral. It's better than hitting it with close combat because it's resisted, but Stone Edge does quite a bit, but he's able to Earthquake me, and his Earthquake does a lot to me, so I'm really scared that close combat won't take it out, and I don't want Stone Edge to miss, so I'm go for another Stone Edge. 2 for 2 on Stone Edge is awesome, and live on 19 with Life Orb, and he brings in the Scizor, and the obvious Bullet Punch is kind of obvious, so I could either go into Landorus, Thundurus, or Jellicent, but I figured physically defensive Jellicent is the best thing to take hits all day from this. Scizor just kind of completely walls it, and I'm guessing he's probably choice band on the offset that is Terrakion is obviously Scarf, so he's probably running banded blah 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 Scizor. So here I was debating if I wanted to go for Scald or Toxic. Just thinking either T-Tar would come in and I could hit him with the Skull, possibly get the burn, but Rotom was kind of the obvious switch in, so I'm going to probably stand knowing I can take at least one Thunderbolt or Volt Switch from the Rotom, just because, standard Jellicent is quite bulky, but he actually goes for the Hydro Pump, thinking I would switch into maybe Thundurus to take the electric move, but I just go straight for the Toxic, and this time I think he's not going to want to over-predict, so I'm going to go straight into Thundurus, but I didn't see that my screens wear off, and he actually ends up going for the Hydro Pump. It just wrecks my Thundurus. It does so much damage. Brings me all the way down to 55. I'm like, god damn, Rotom, you're a beast. So, Leftover and Toxic is going to take its toll on the Rotom. He's going to end up switching out. I think I kind of figured he's going to switch out, so I figured might as well just go for the Volt Switch on myself, in case if I want to, save my Thundurus for later, but, kind of wish I had an Espeon so I could try and prevent Rocks coming out, because looking at the HP that my Thundurus has, Rocks wasn't really a thought in my mind, but man, I'm not going to live anything. So I figured bring a Terrakion, I could scare out the Tyranitar, smack something on his team really hard with a close combat before I die, and surprisingly he decides he wants to sack his Rotom, which was I guess his main check. Well, not main check, but because he still has the Jellicent, the Tyranitar, which can still hit me with a Crunch, but he decided to sack the Rotom, which is great. I figured he might have wanted to probably sack Keldeo, but he figured Specs Keldeo. He told me it was Specs Keldeo. He figured he'd want to hold on to that just because it's such a threat. So I bring in Landorus on the double down, and because I have the Intimidate, I know I can, kind of threaten it out, and I can go for an Earthquake. He's going to bring in Scizor, and I'm like, okay, smack it with Earthquake, should do a bunch of damage. It's not Sandforce, because, you can't have that on Therion, I think. I think, or is it sheer? Oh no, sheer force is his dream world. But I figured bullet punch is coming just because because he wants to get some damage on me. I figured I could just go straight into Jellicent, take the hit, and go for the scald and try and burn something. Since Rotom's not around, he does have Keldeo, but if Keldeo comes in, it's probably going to get burned. And what is Keldeo really going to do to me? He has no hits. Secret Sword and Hydro Pump don't affect me. Hidden Power Grass, I can take it for days. Toxic or burn him if I want. Just stay in here and just hit him for days. But he brings in Trinitar to sponge it because his special defense in the sand. But I do end up getting the burn, and that's just going to cripple his T-Tar. That means crunches aren't going to be doing jack diddly shit to me, and I can wall him all day. And I think I'm just going to keep smacking with Scalds, and I think I'll end up going for an obvious recover later on when I know he's going to probably live. But I don't have Taunt on this Jellicent. I actually have Shadow Ball on it. I don't know why I have Shadow Ball on it. I guess just for other Jellicent, so I'm not stuck in a Jellicent war. But I probably should have put on Taunt. The reason I think I didn't put on Taunt was because I do have the Espeon, and if I do want to, prevent something from happening, I can switch into Espeon, but that's not the case because I sacked Espeon like a dummy in the beginning of the freaking match. So Crunch isn't doing anything. I'm gonna get buffeted, but I figured with Burning Leftovers, maybe he'll die, and I can Burning Leftovers actually leaves him with like 1 HP, I think he told me, and that's gonna allow me to get a recover off right in front of his face, and hopefully he doesn't crit me with Crunch and doesn't do a lot of damage. That means I'm gonna have a respectable amount of HP to take on the rest of his team, because looking at his team, aside from the T-Tar and the Rotom, now that both of them are gone, he really has nothing to do against Jellicent. Terrakion is probably his best bet with Stone Edges if he can get a crit, but really nothing on his team can handle Jellicent. So he's going to bring in Tinsect. I guess he's just going to go for the Pursuit, trying to Pursuit Trap me, but it's not really going to do much just because it is on stat. Well, it actually does a fuck ton of damage, but just because, it's super effective. But luckily for me, I hit him with Scald, and I get the burn, which means that Scizor is going to be going down this turn, and get him out of here. Now my Jellicent's looking kind of iffy right now. I'm sitting here at 56 HP, looking kind of shady right here. He's going to bring in Terrakion. He's probably just going to go straight for the Stone Edge, but he misses, which lets me get off a recover, which means my Jellicent is going to be around here for the rest of the match. Well, not the rest of the match, but it's going to be here for quite a while. So I see that he's going for Stone Edges, and I'm like, okay, I know I can take a Stone Edge quite comfortably, and I should be able to hit him with a Scald and, try and get a burn off on him. And Stone Edge does about I think like 150 something to me, so I'm not going to be able to take a second one, and I do not get the burn, which is really unfortunate. So I'm like, I know he's still got the Keldeo around, and I don't really have anything for Keldeo in case it is nothing really outspeeds it, so I figured just bring in Thundurus for just death fodder, at least to serve some purpose as death fodder, and I can bring in, well, he misses the Stone Edge because nobody's there, so I can bring in the Landers, get off the Intimidate. I am Scarfed, but he's Scarfed also, so he is going to outspeed me, but I don't think he knows I'm Scarfed yet, but he doesn't want to stay in and go for the Stone Edge, just because, with the Intimidate, I could probably live, so I figured just go for the Earthquake. He brings in Keldeo. I guess he's banking off of, I'm not sure if he thinks I'm Choice Banded or whatever, but there he finds out I'm Scarfed because I do outspeed his Keldeo and smack it with 2 Earthquakes and take it out. And he's like, oh, you're Scarfed. And I'm like, yes, sir. So he's going to bring in Terrakion. Terrakion's going to miss another Stone Edge, and I'm going to be able to smack it with an Earthquake. I probably should have switched out into Kyurem as fodder. That way I can bring back this thing in and get another Intimidate off on it and try and live. But I was afraid Rock's damage would have done its toll, I guess. I'm not sure. But that was a great game. Ended up being like, I think 2? No, it might have been a 3, but it was a very good match. Unfortunate Stone Edge misses at the end, and quite a bit of burn hacks on my part, but that's what you do with Scald. That's why you use it. So that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this match and have a great rest of the weekend. Cheers!